Live from WYLN Hazleton, this is WYLN's late edition News at 10 with meteorologist Joe Garbacic, sports with Beth Mensinger, anchors Lisa Sugar and L.A. Tyrone. News, weather, sports, features, and more. You're watching WYLN's late edition News at 10.
Good evening and welcome to WYLN's late edition for Wednesday, August 7th, 2013. I'm Lisa Sugart. Tonight, wrestling for a good cause. We have details on a special event to benefit the Helping Hand Society, plus a chance to win tickets. A bus accident interrupted their swimming trip, but today they were treated to a special day with the Hazleton Police Department. In sports, it was Media Day for teams in Schuylkill County. Our Beth Mensinger has the details. And meteorologist Joe Garbacic tells us whether or not we'll have to keep that umbrella handy. But first, late edition's look at tonight's top stories. The Banks Township supervisors will meet tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. The meeting was supposed to be held next week, but it was moved up. No reason why has been given. The supervisors may discuss the proposed purchase of the former Capriotti's building. Supervisors voted to buy it last week, though there has been much public opposition. Now, last night we told you close to 200 people crowded into the Tresco Fire Hall to voice that opposition. Attorney Robert Yurchak is planning to file an injunction to try to block the purchase. WYLN has also learned that injunction request will allege that the supervisors broke the Sunshine Law, as the action claims supervisors took numerous actions related to the sale outside of the public meetings. The action also claims a borrowing ordinance, which was supposed to be on public display for inspection, never was. Hazleton police are investigating an incident of fraud. They say it happened just before 3 a.m. on June 1st at the ATM machine at PNC Bank, 143 West 7th Street in Hazleton. Police released this photo of the man they believe committed the fraudulent transaction. Now, anyone with any information on the incident or the identity of the man in the photo is asked to call Hazleton Police at 459-4940. Wilkes-Barre Mayor Tom Layton plans to unveil an ordinance tomorrow that he believes will help combat criminal activity in the city. The new ordinance will have to do with regulations related to rental properties in the city. State Representative Eddie Dapashinsky will also be on hand for that announcement tomorrow afternoon. WYLN will be there as well, and we'll have complete details tomorrow live at 5 and 10 p.m. Well, it doesn't happen often, but someone offered an assistant principal position has turned it down. As a result, the Hazleton Area School Board has a special meeting tomorrow night to deal with it. The board offered the assistant principal's position at Hazleton Elementary Middle School, the Castle, to Jeffrey Rush, but he sent a letter to the board declining the offer. Tomorrow night, the school board will vote on whether to offer that job to Jason Legawi. As expected, Luzerne County Controller Walter Griffith resigned his office at 11 o'clock this morning. The office's senior auditor, Patricia Llewellyn, will be acting controller until Luzerne County Council selects his replacement. Council will advertise the position. It pays a little over $36,500 a year. Applicants will have to be Republicans because Griffith is. They will have until August 19th to apply. The county GOP has already started a search for Griffith's replacement on the upcoming November ballot. Griffith announced Monday he was resigning. He's facing wiretapping charges for allegedly recording conversations with CityVest head Judge Chauval without Chauval's permission. Trespassing charges filed by Wilkes-Barre police against Mark Robbins of 40 were thrown out this morning, but they may be refiled. Robbins was charged with trespassing for being on the parking lot at Wilkes-Barre City Police headquarters. When he asked for records of other such charges, City Hall said there had never been any. The case was heard by Judge Mike Vo this morning. The city police officer who was to testify for the city was late for court, and Vo threw out the charges. District Attorney Stephanie Salavanta said she will consider filing a motion to reconsider. The citation against Robbins stemmed from an April 1st incident where he was accused of trespassing behind the police station to photograph a truck driven by a police officer that had a license plate registered to LAG towing owner Leo Glodzik. More trouble for embattled Wilkes-Barre Township Fire Chief John Yuknavich. He was hit with 6 new theft counts today alleging he diverted more than $48,000 for his own use. Yuknavitch was already facing theft charges for allegedly stealing from the department. He's charged with 4 felony counts of theft by failure to make disposition of funds and 2 misdemeanor counts of the same offense. He was arraigned by District Judge Michael Dotzel this morning and released on his own recognizance. Yuknavitch is still awaiting trial on the original charges of theft, receiving stolen property, and access device fraud. Those charges claim he wrote himself just under $12,000 in fire department checks and spent $3,700 on the fire company's Sam's Club credit card. Wilkes-Barre police raided a Rolling Mill Hill home last night over drug charges. City police raided the Kaminsky Street home after a New York man sold cocaine to a confidential informant. 24-year-old Jamal Smith of New York City was charged with possessing a controlled substance with intent to deliver. Police say Smith's criminal ledger totals 8 pages, all drug-related. The investigation began with an undercover agent calling Smith to buy cocaine. After the sale, city police converged on the home and arrested Smith at gunpoint as he was walking south on Nicholson Street. Officers found him carrying the money used in the buy and the cell phone used to set up the buy. Smith was arraigned by District Judge Ronald Swank in Mountaintop this morning. Swank set bail at $10,000. Smith is in the Luzerne County Correctional Facility with a preliminary hearing set for Tuesday. The Defense Department's furlough days have been reduced again. Today, Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel announced the number of furloughs has been cut from 11 to 6. The furloughs began July 8th with Defense Department employees, including those at bases such as Toby Hanna, taking Friday off each week. Hagel says that through budget transfers, he found enough money in the Defense Department budget to cover 5 weeks of salaries. Originally, when the sequester was announced, DoD employees were supposed to have a 1-day furlough for 22 weeks. The number has been reduced several times since. If you live, work, or go to school in the 10-mile radius of the nuclear power plant near Berwick, you'll be interested to know that free potassium iodide tablets will be distributed tomorrow. More commonly referred to as KI tablets, they help protect the thyroid gland from harmful radioactive iodine when taken as a directive during a radiological emergency. For those living in the 10-mile radius of the Berwick facility, the free tablets will be distributed tomorrow at the Berwick Fire Company's Reliance Host Company number 12, 501 West 3rd Street, Berwick, and at the Butler Township Community Center, 415 Butler Drive in Drums, and also at the Public Safety Training Institute at Luzerne County Community College, 1333 South Prospect Street in Nanticoke. The free potassium iodide tablets will be available tomorrow from 2 till 7. No appointments are needed. Tablets will be distributed for all those who live, work, or attend school in that 10-mile radius of any of the state's 5 nuclear power plants. For more information on the distribution and other sites, log on to the website that's up on your screen or call 1-877-PA-HEALTH. The Wilkes-Barre Area School Board has released the salary for new homeschool visitor Brian Layton, and it's less than many thought. Layton was hired under the teacher's contract at a base salary for a first-year person with a bachelor's degree, $41,365. That's considerably less than the salary the man he replaces had been getting. Stanley Pahutsky, who's retired, was getting an annual salary of $80,000. Layton gets the base salary despite more than 20 years as an adult probation officer with Luzerne County, because only years with the district count in placing an employee on the district salary steps. The teacher's contract is expired and a new one is being negotiated, so amounts of raises could change. The state system of higher education has picked a new chancellor. He is Frank Brogan. He's been the chancellor of the State University System of Florida. He's also a former lieutenant governor. Brogan takes over the job October 1st. The vote by 15 of its 20-member Board of Governors was unanimous. Brogan is the 4th chancellor in the SSHE's 31 years. He will oversee 14 schools with 115,000 students and 12,500 faculty, staff, and administrators. Brogan succeeds John Kavanaugh, who left back in February. Well, in less than an hour, someone in America could be more than $400 million richer. Now that's if they have the winning numbers for the third highest jackpot in Powerball history. Many people across the country are looking to be that person. At the Cigar Box in the Laurel Mall, the lottery ticket machine was working non-stop.
It's an anticipation of a big jackpot, so it's pretty exciting. So yeah, we have our regulars that come in and play the Powerball regularly every Wednesday and Saturday, like always. But when it gets up to this high, we notice that every time it gets over the 250 million mark, we notice a big influx of people coming in that we don't usually see. We see groups of people that work in the surrounding plants or offices. They get together and they go into it. It just makes it a little more exciting.
Steve Holder of New York said he doesn't play the lottery much, but when it's a big jackpot, it's too exciting to miss. Holder's already planning on ways to spend the money if he wins.
If I won the lottery, I guess I'd help out family members, take care of some bills, and really enjoy myself. I hope tonight's my night. I've been a lottery player for many, many years, but this is the largest pot I've ever played.
Some of them say they'll hide. Some of them say of course, they're going to help their family and their friends. We hear a lot that are going to donate, and a lot of people, actually our customers especially, like to donate to their churches.
Now, Vito, someone in Pennsylvania finally wins the big jackpot, but in order to win the Powerball jackpot, you have to match all 5 numbers and the Powerball. The numbers will be announced at 11 o'clock tonight, so good luck. The odds of winning are 1 in 175 million, and if there is no winner tonight, the jackpot will continue to grow. A plane flying from Ireland to Pittsburgh made an emergency stop in Philadelphia after a bomb threat this afternoon. Authorities say U.S. Airways Flight 777 originated in Shannon, Ireland. They did not say who received the bomb threat or how, but when it touched down at Philly International, all 171 passengers and 8 crew members were quickly shuttled off the plane as teams of FBI and Transportation Safety Administration agents swarmed the plane. About 5:30 this afternoon, authorities officially pronounced it a hoax. The Cleveland House of Horrors is finally gone. Phil Daugherty has the details.
The Cleveland kidnapper is spending the rest of his life behind bars, and now a painful reminder for his 3 victims has come down. Crews reduced the house where they were held to rubble in just a few minutes. Before demolition started, an aunt of former captive Gina DeJesus made the first hit on it. Michelle Knight was another captive. She handed out yellow balloons to neighbors and people who showed up to watch. People later released those balloons.
For the love of the missing people! Yeah! I go from here as being a motivational speaker and let everybody know that they're heard, that they are loved, and there is hope for everyone.
Ariel Castro pleaded guilty to hundreds of charges last week. He was sentenced to life in prison without parole.
That was Phil Daugherty reporting. Jazz keyboardist George Duke has died. He died last night in Los Angeles, where he was being treated for chronic lymphocytic leukemia. Duke was among the pioneers of what critics called fusion jazz, a genre which merged jack rock and rock and roll and funk. George Duke was 67 years old. President Obama has canceled a summit planned with Russian President Vladimir Putin. It's the latest sign of cooling relations between the two countries. Phil Daugherty has that story.
The move follows Russia's decision to grant asylum to classified information leaker Edward Snowden. The president, though, still plans to attend a G20 summit in St. Petersburg early next month. That's despite calls from some lawmakers for the U.S. to boycott that gathering. Meanwhile, President Obama paid a late-night visit to Jay Leno to talk terrorism. The president defended the shutdown of embassies overseas, saying it's not a case of the U.S. overreacting.
How significant is this threat?
Well, it's significant enough that we're taking every precaution.
This was the president's 6th visit to The Tonight Show.
And finally tonight, the swimming area at Beltsville State Park near Lehighton is closed. State Park officials say there was high bacterial levels in water samples collected on Monday. The Department of Conservation and Natural Resources says the swim area will remain closed until water samples test at acceptable levels. Other activities are open as usual. And that is a look at tonight's top stories. Time now to see if the weather will be perfect for swimming anytime soon. Meteorologist Joe Garbaczyk outside right now in the Bedrock Gardens Weather Center with our preview. Joe?
Thanks very much, Elisa. Well, the rain continues to fall outside of our TV station in Hazleton, but it's moderate rain right now, but it's fairly comfortable, not excessively chilly, not excessively hot, and the wind's really not much there. Now, we have not seen much rainfall throughout much of the state of Pennsylvania, but we have some more showers and storms to talk about in our forecast. Across the Northeast, not too much happening, but some heavier rain now falling, so those numbers will add up. Most of the precipitation, you can see the winning spot happens to be Johnstown with over 1 inch of rain. We have some more rain to talk about in our 7-day forecast. We'll talk about it coming up next.
Hi, I'm Liz Tolan. I'd like to invite you to the first annual COPS event. It's taking place on September 21st right here at the Butler Township Community Center. This event, brought to you by WYLN 35 in Hazleton, the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance, and other area sponsors, will consist of a 5K run, 5K walk, kids fun run, open air concert, free cookout for the community, crafters, tricky trays, and so much more. Proceeds from this event will go to benefit 4 area police departments. When you call these men and the men and women they serve with, they're going to be there for you. Won't you take one day out of your busy schedule and be there for them?
Heritage SureSave, your neighborhood full-service supermarket. Come see for yourself. They have the freshest selection of meats, cheese, and produce. Baked goods made fresh on premises. They have an in-store butcher who is happy to accommodate your special orders. Be sure to stop in and check out their unadvertised specials. You'll find them throughout the store. See their flyer for weekly specials. Heritage SureSave, your neighborhood full-service supermarket. This week at Heritage, don't miss their 3-day meat sale starting Wednesday and ending Friday. Stock up and save.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer-dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, and outside grill and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
WYLN TV 35, first in live sports.
Hi, I'm Ron Jaworski. For the best in local TV sports, watch WYLN TV 35.
WYLN TV 35 has it covered.
Hi, my name is Vince Papelli. I'm a former Philadelphia Eagle wide receiver and special teams guy, and for local sports coverage, I watch only WYLN 35.
High school football starts August 30th on WYLN TV.
Well, we have the rain that's falling across parts of our viewing area, some of it heavy at times. The lighter greens, the lighter precipitation, the darker greens, the heavier precipitation, and the yellows and oranges, that is some very heavy rain now that is falling in the southern parts of our viewing area, say just to the south of Danville and right near the Shenandoah area. In fact, all of Schuylkill County, southern parts of Columbia County, Montour, Northumberland County, those southern parts are really getting hit hard with a lot of rain, and maybe a few flashes of lightning definitely cannot be ruled out. So this unstable weather is going to be sticking with us even as we head through tomorrow night, even into Friday, and it looks like it won't be until this upcoming weekend for both Saturday and Sunday that we start to clear out. But temperature-wise, if you're looking for a big warm-up in the forecast, it just isn't going to happen anytime soon. At least the long-range models in excess of 7 or more days. Temperatures should be below where we should be for this time of year, averaging generally only in the 70s for the most part. Outside our TV station in Hazleton right now, we're at 67 degrees, humidity at 100%. We've picked up 0.03 of an inch of precipitation since midnight. Our Robert Stevens Face and Body Almanac page for the day. 67 is all we can get to, but look at the time when we got to it at 9:29 this evening. The low was 6 o'clock right at the midnight hour. 102 and 48 are the record high and low. And back in 1918, boy, it was a hot one for a couple of days. Had a record-breaking day yesterday, 1918 for the high, as well as today, getting to 102 back in 1918. Sun comes up tomorrow at 6:07 in the morning. Temperatures this morning, 50s to 60s tonight. be very similar. I think we'll be dropping down into the 60s and only getting up into the 70s statewide for the most part, except out in western Pennsylvania, getting up into the 80s. Higher elevations, though, could not get out of the 60s for daytime highs. Temperatures across our area: 68 now in Shenandoah, 69 in Jim Thorpe, 70 degrees in Berwick, 69 in Monomoy City, and a pair of 70s, 70 in both Bloomsburg and in Danville. Satellite and radar, well, you'll be able to see for yourself that you can see that the heavier rain making its way toward the east. And this was all associated with those severe storms, severe thunderstorm watches, which were in effect in southwestern Pennsylvania, the eastern part of Ohio, all that activity making its way toward the east. And you can see behind it, really not a whole lot going on. Cloudy, overcast skies, a few breaks, and some leftover drizzle. And there's also going to be some areas of fog that will be out there through the overnight hours. Again, tomorrow, some more showers, possibility of a thunderstorm or two around as we go into Friday. Same holds true, and then finally by the weekend for both Saturday and as we go into Sunday, we're going to dry out quite nicely. Looking at the numbers, only 60s tonight, so a mild night out there. Tomorrow, 70s. Some locations could be in the lower 80s. Temperature-wise, pretty nice out there. Mild night for tomorrow night. In fact, the humidity levels are going to be a little bit up there heading into tomorrow and tomorrow night. And notice by 12 o'clock in the afternoon Friday, temperatures in the upper 70s. So some locally heavy downpours even as we go into tomorrow as a slow-moving front slides in our direction. And then we'll have some of that unstable weather as we go into our Sunday, making it in our Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at this point, looking pretty nice. So some leftover rain through tonight, some showers and storms for tomorrow. Temperature-wise, though, not doing too bad. Extended forecast brought to you by the Wire Guys, a division of Arc Electric. Dries out nicely, a mix of clouds and sunshine for our Saturday. Lots of sunshine for Sunday and Monday in the 70s. Tuesday and Wednesday looking nice as well. Our evening Pennsylvania lottery numbers, a daily 048, the big 44389. The Quinto numbers 30784, cash 5, 514, 28, 38, and 40. Back to you, Lisa.
Thank you, Joe. Well, coming up next, wrestling for a good cause. We have organizers of the big event, and guess what? They brought free tickets for one lucky viewer to win next on Late Edition.
When it comes to the Wire Guys, you are going to have an amazing experience. And if it means giving you back your money, plus, I'm going to do it. We guarantee everything. 112% money back guarantee. Labor and material guaranteed for a year. So you don't really need to worry about it. You're going to walk up to the wall, throw the switch, put your power cords in the outlets, and everything is the way it's supposed to be. Call me. Your time is valuable. If we're late, you get paid.
A winning smile. It's not the secret to success, but it sure helps. Protect your smile by visiting Dr. Weiss for complete dental services. Dr. Weiss offers a full-service denture laboratory on premises, offering dentures in one day. 3 dentists, 4 hygienists, and a team of caring technicians and assistants specializing in quality dentures and repairs, complete general dentistry, extractions, cleaning, and caps. Dr. Weiss, where you can have new dentures in one day.
WYLN TV 35 is looking to hire a highly motivated, energetic salesperson for the Hazleton and surrounding areas. We offer a competitive salary and benefits package. Call 956-5772.
Managing risk is more than just buying an insurance policy. At Dreyfus, our approach is different. We have 25 risk management professionals who have the tools and experience to help our clients avoid and survive unexpected events. We can help you with risk transfer, OSHA requirements, safe workplace, cybersecurity, and claims management. All of these go well beyond an insurance policy. We're also independent, so we can access dozens of insurance carriers like Grange Insurance, who can insure your auto, home, business, and life. Dreyfus Insurance since 1901 and Grange Insurance since 1935. We're committed to helping you manage risk.
Visit us for the lowest prices on furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics. This month, save 50% on Sealy mattresses or save up to $100 on select Lazy Boy furniture. And ask about our interest-free financing plans. Shop GrandCentral.com or visit us on Vine Street in Hazleton or Route 93 in Hazel Township.
Everybody shop Grand Central, making your house a home.
What in the... Tom, it is 2 a.m.
You know, I just love this on-demand thing. Tons of extra choices, pause, rewind.
You are always here watching my on-demand. Why don't you just get rid of your dish and get digital cable yourself?
You know, I'd love to. But I still have 7 months left on my contract.
Service Electric Digital Cable with On Demand. The best TV in the neighborhood.
Welcome back to Late Edition. Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling will present an event called Taking Action this coming weekend, and it will benefit the Helping Hand Society. And tonight we're pleased to welcome two of the organizers of this big event. To my far right is Paul Bonomo, who is the ring announcer, and in case that name sounds familiar, his brother Jeff Bonomo works at WYLN, and Ryan Race is the PPW commissioner and co-owner. Guys, thanks so much for being here tonight.
Thanks for having us.
Ryan, I'm going to put you on the spot first. For anybody who is not familiar with Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling, tell us all about it.
Well, Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling is an upstart organization that deals with nothing but professional wrestling. But we're also about giving back to the community. For example, our first show, which is this Saturday, is for the Helping Hand Society.
So this is your very first show in our area right now?
That's correct.
All right, so it's going to benefit a really great cause, the Helping Hand Society. And Paul, why was it so important for you to be involved in this?
Well, I do ring announcing for some other independent wrestling companies. Ryan's a personal friend of mine, and he called me a few weeks ago. We were at a WWE event, and he called me up and told me he was organizing a show, and what a better cause for the Helping Hands. And I immediately volunteered on the phone. Right there, I signed on for him to do the ring announcing for him. Like I said, it's for a really good cause, and I enjoy doing it.
So this is really a big show for anybody who maybe isn't familiar with the world of wrestling. I'm not too familiar with it, but there's some big names that are going to be coming to our area on Saturday night. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, actually we have Sanjay Dutt coming. He's currently on TNA Wrestling right now. We have a lot of the older guys remember Justin Credible from the ECW days. He also wrestled in WWE. We have some local talent here, Tommy Suede. He had a WWE contract years ago. He was actually in the movie The Wrestler, and he wrestles locally. James Vasquez, another local guy right now that's wrestling here. The return of TJ Masters, IB Green, Rockin' Rebel. Aaron Epic is coming up from Florida. We have some great tag teams coming up, South Philly's finest. The Flows, Frankie and Jr. So it's going to be a really stacked card. We have a lot of guys that we didn't even have to convince to come up, and 90% of the guys are doing it voluntarily.
Wow, that's awesome. And wrestling is really big. There are a lot of fans out there for wrestling, right?
Yes, approximately 50 million people a week watch professional wrestling on television.
Wow. So you told me tickets are selling like hotcakes.
Yes, they're going fast.
So if people are interested, they need to get their tickets right away.
That's right.
So I'm going to ask you that too. The tickets are available in advance, or you can get them at the door as well?
That's right.
So how much are they? And
tickets are $10 in advance from one of our ticket outlets.
Okay, we have them up on your screen right there if you want to check them out. Okay, so $10 in advance and $12 at the door?
That's right.
All right, and this is taking place where at?
The Terrace Plaza, right here in Hazleton.
Okay, so that's up on South Poplar Street, so that's the Pocono Market Fair building up there. So easy to find, a lot of parking, and great things going on. Why was it important for you to get involved with Helping Hand Society?
Well, the Helping Hand Society is a nonprofit organization that tries to lend therapeutic and educational support to families with children with special needs. And pro wrestling in general is targeted at children. And it's a perfect fit, it's a perfect marriage, and I love children myself, and it's going to be a wonderful event for a good cause.
All right. Well, that sounds like a really great event. Paul, is there anything else we need to know for Saturday night?
Like I said, the show starts at 8 p.m. Doors open at 7:30. We're going to give away 2 tickets tonight for a lucky caller that calls in. and I believe we're going to give away 2 tickets tomorrow night also.
Yes, yes. So, and you're going to make it a little difficult for them. You're going to give them a question right now, so we're going to test their knowledge.
Yeah, we're not going to make it too hard for you guys. Any hardcore wrestling fan, young or old, that watches wrestling right now will know the answer to the trivia question. Would you like me to ask?
Sure, go right ahead.
Which current WWE superstar's catchphrase is yes, yes, yes?
Okay, and if you know the answer, call us now at 459-1869, extension 1172, to win the tickets, and one lucky viewer will win. And we say thank you for bringing us some free tickets, and if you don't get a chance to win tonight, then tomorrow we're going to give away tickets again, so another chance. Guys, I hope it's packed. I hope you're sold out. Hope you raise lots of money for a great cause. And this is the premier event, so when you're back in town doing more, you're going to come see us again, right?
Absolutely.
We'd love to.
All right, so last pitch. Tell everybody to come on out.
Come on out. We'll see you in the ring.
Ooh, there you go.
It's going to be a family show, so bring the kids.
All righty, sounds great. There it is up on your screen, Saturday, August 10th. Doors open 7:30, bell time at 8. Come on out and support wrestling and a great cause, the Helping Hands Society. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. We'll see you again, and Beth will be in with sports right after this.
WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the children's programming report is on file for public inspection at WYLN, 1057 East 10th Street, Hazleton, PA, during normal business hours, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday.
Hey everyone, want some close-to-home fun? Join the Keystone Active Zone Passport program to create your own backyard adventure exploring parks, trails, and events. It's fun, easy, and it's free. This year's Passport has more than 30 stops. Enjoy Riverfest in Wilkes-Barre and Pittston. Explore the Delaware and Lehigh National Heritage Corridor and more. Register at kazpassport.org. Visit as many stops as you want. Each stop has a question. Find the answers and log them in on the website. Start exploring today. Go hog wild for Iron Pigs Baseball. WYLN is televising the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs Live, America's favorite pastime on your local network, WYLN TV 35. See the Major League stars of tomorrow at Coca-Cola Park. Don't miss any of the games here on WYLN TV 35. Visit WYLNTV.com for a complete Iron Pig schedule. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs on WYLN, your home for live sports.
The players will be padded up, the lights will be on, and Friday night football will be back in northeastern Pennsylvania. In preparation for the 2013 season, the Schuylkill County Football Coaches Association held their annual preseason media day, bringing together coaches and players from schools spanning across the Cole region. It seemed apparent this morning that the members of the SCFCA are just as excited to get back on the playing field as the players. None more ready than newly elected President Mike Farr, who is also the head coach of the Schuylkill Haven Hurricanes.
I know you got to be super excited, because I know I'm super excited about, just Cole Region football all in all. Schuylkill County football, in my opinion, is some of the best football around.
Schools included Shenandoah Valley, Marion, North Schuylkill, Tamaqua, Mahanoy City, Panther Valley, Pottsville, and Nativity, just to name a few. And along with the players sat their coaches, including Randy McSimick of Shenandoah Valley and Wally Hall of North Schuylkill. McSimic is coming in as first-year acting head coach of the Blue Devils, his alma mater. He's played and coached alongside former coach Nick Sajone, and his resume has over a decade of experience, 8 years at SV, and another 3 at Mahanoy area. McSimic was announced as the head coach only a short time ago at the end of June, as Mike Reese, who originally won the position, resigned.
The short off season, it's going pretty well. A lot of the old coaches are back with the staff, so it was a smooth transition going in the process so far heading into camp.
The Blue Devils have many players returning, but 2 big names will be missing from the roster due to graduation, Chris Polubinski and Nick Merva.
With the gap at quarterback right now, we have 2 players fighting for the position, but you're never going to fill the shoes of a 5,000-yard passer like Chris and also Nicky Merva on the receiving end of it. But you play to your strength, and we'll see where it goes from here.
Another seasoned vet in the Anthracite League, Wally Hall. In January, Hall was named the head coach of the AA Eastern Conference champion North Schuylkill Spartans, replacing Rick Geist. Hall, who took a break from the sidelines last year, has quite a resume as well, coaching both at Shenandoah Valley, also his alma mater, and at Mahanoy area. He has an overall record of 38-28 at the helm.
With the experience, you tend to learn some of the things that your opponents are doing, but the competition is great in the Anthracite. So we know each week in, week out that we're going to have really strong competition. My situation being a first-year head coach at North Schuylkill, there's obviously going to be some change with that, but this summer we had some really good change. There's been great commitment from the players. They accepted everything very well that we're doing, so we're ready just to get started with camp.
With the Spartans coming off a big year, Hall said the players returning have high hopes.
One thing I'd say is as our summer is moving on, as it did move on here, there was strong commitment, so their expectations are pretty high. And then through the years, North Schuylkill had an outstanding football program.
Not only were the players and coaches introduced, it's the second year the SCFCA honored a military veteran. This year it was 1975 graduate of Panther Valley, 4-year lineman and 2-year pitcher and infielder, Tom Frendak. And last but not least, Doyle Dietz announced the 2013 Hall of Fame class.
The Kid Cats of Blue Mountain, Walt Magenza of Tamaqua, Joe Walensky of Vinersville. Our at-large candidate inductee is Gino Pauling, who's going in representing Coaldale. Gino also coached at Shenandoah Valley, Ashland, Panther Valley. So we're quite proud of this list of inductees that will add to certainly the tradition that we've started with this Hall of Fame.
They will be inducted during a ceremony held on Wednesday, November 27th at halftime of the Schuylkill County Football Coaches Association's annual All-Star Game. This year it'll be in Schuylkill Haven. The 2013 high school football season kicks off on August 30th. In the coming weeks, we will have previews of each of these teams and, of course, teams right here in the Wyoming Valley Conference. Stay tuned. Lisa's coming back right after the break.
All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Tamaqua, PA is a 3-generation family-owned and operated dealership entering their 33rd year of business and continues to uphold the family philosophy that every customer should be treated as part of the family. Stop in and let them show you how they honor these values. You'll meet a family member in every department, from finding your new car in sales to low interest rates and financing and extending your vehicle's life and service.
Give us the opportunity to show you. We're big enough to serve you, but small enough to know you.
Off the Beaten Path is a half-hour program that showcases interesting and unique people, places, and things in Pennsylvania. Hosted by Jeff Bonomo, Brian Bromley, and Ken Cara, Off the Beaten Path is fast-paced, light-hearted, and sometimes even downright funny. Each show, we travel to many destinations in Pennsylvania, including restaurants, events, unique landmarks, and we talk with interesting people. So come with us off the Beaten Path.
Recapping tonight's top stories, Banks Township supervisors will meet tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. The meeting was supposed to be held next week, but was moved up. No reason was given why. Supervisors may discuss the proposed purchase of the former Capriati's building. Supervisors voted to buy it last week, though there's been much public opposition. Now, last night we told you close to 200 people crowded into the Trusco Fire Hall to voice that opposition. Attorney Robert Yurchak is planning to file an injunction to try to block the purchase. WYLN has also learned the injunction request will allege that the supervisors broke the Sunshine Law, as the action claims supervisors took numerous actions related to the sale outside of the public meetings. The action also claims a borrowing ordinance, which was supposed to be on public display for inspection, never was. Hazleton police are investigating an incident of fraud. They say it happened just before 3 a.m. June 1st at the ATM machine at PNC Bank, 143 West 7th Street in Hazleton. Police released this photo of the man they believe committed the fraudulent action. Anyone with information on the incident or the identity of the man in the photo is asked to call City Police at 459-4940. And Wilkes-Barre Mayor Tom Layton plans to unveil an ordinance tomorrow that he believes will help combat criminal activity in the city. The new ordinance will have to do with regulations related to rental properties in the city. State Representative Eddie Day Pashinsky will also be on hand for that announcement tomorrow afternoon. WYLN will be there and have complete details tomorrow live at 5 and at 10 p.m. as well. And that is a look at tonight's top story recaps. When we come back, kids get a special visit to City Hall today. We'll explain. Plus, Beth is back in with the second half of sports.
And we continue throughout the month of August, especially the last several days and into the next week, with temperatures being below where we should be for this time of year. Will we see any type of warm-up in our forecast? We'll let you know with the 7-day forecast. But here's where some heat was in Phoenix, Arizona in 1989. It marked the 62nd consecutive day of temperatures of at least 100 degrees or higher. Do we have 90s? Do we even have 80s in the forecast? I'll let you know in just a few.
The Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home Incorporated at 542 North Wyoming Street in Hazleton, serving the greater Hazleton area since 1890 and still family owned and operated, offers convenient parking, handicapped accessibility, seating for over 150 people, casket, cremation product showrooms to accommodate traditional, cremation, and pre-planned funerals. The Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home Incorporated, 570-454-3341.
During these changing times, is your insurance program up to date? I'm local Allstate agent Gary McNeilis. I invite you to come into our office or give us a call. We'll help you be sure that you have the proper coverage to take care of all your family's needs at a price you can afford. Now more than ever, you need to be in good hands to protect everything that's important to you. Our team of insurance professionals and I will be honored to serve you. Are you in good hands?
Oh, for crying out loud.
Hey, neighbor. Lousy weather, huh?
This is not a good time.
For it to be raining and my satellite dish to lose its signal? Man, I heard that. You mind if I watch your cable?
Look, my kid's having a sleepover.
Right. I'll just watch it on your bedroom set.
Service Electric Digital Cable with On Demand. The best TV in the neighborhood.
Hello, I'm Tiffany Cloud. There's a difference between reading the Constitution and understanding it. Until around 5 years ago, attorney Joe Wolverton was a practicing constitutional attorney, and for the last 9 years, he's been a featured contributor to New American Magazine. He's a true national authority on the Constitution of the United States, and join me for this very special series with attorney Joe Wolverton on Storm Politics, only on WYLN TV.
The Hazleton Police Department did its best today to help make what was a tough situation much better. Ann Galney reports on a special field trip to Hazleton City Hall.
This morning's field trip to Hazleton City Hall was much more than the kids from the Hazleton YMCA YWCA ever imagined. July 26th, many of these same children were on a school bus headed towards JFK Swimming Pool in Pottsville as part of its summer camp program when a truck smashed into the back of it on 81, causing many to be transferred to Hazleton General Hospital to be looked at. No one was seriously injured. As a concerned parent and the chief of police in Hazleton, Frank D'Andrea says he felt like he had to do something for those 80 campers and 20 counselors.
Although some families had 1 or 2 children on that bus, I had 80 kids on those buses. Those are all kids from Hazleton. Those are my kids, and I take it very personally. And I've become attached to several of them from that day and from promising them I won't leave their side or I'll be with them till their parents get there.
D'Andrea and longtime friend Pedro Cortez, who works at the HGSK law firm in community services outreach and support, came together to look at ways they can help these children have fun in the sun and tried to put the accident behind them.
I learned about the accident. I felt very saddened by the occurrence, and when I learned that the children were on their way to the pool and they had to cancel the trip for the entire group, I said that's a bummer, especially because I know the kids were looking forward to going to the pool. So the chief came with the idea of making a trip, having an opportunity for the children to return, and we're happy to be a part of it, and we're going to be facilitating some of the costs, paying for some of the costs to get the children back to the pool.
Campers were also introduced to Grizz, a police dog, and they were able to see equipment the department uses on a daily basis and even got the chance to see how City Hall runs. The Hazleton Fire Department also stopped by to give the campers a view inside of the fire trucks. Camp Director Robert Katansky says having the kids take this field trip was definitely part of the healing process.
It was just definitely a traumatic experience, but together, we continue to do different games and activities and different things to kind of keep their mind going forward. There's not much talk about it, so I think they're definitely healing from the event itself. We've gone on the bus twice since the event for small field trips in town, so they're definitely healing.
As an extra special surprise, Chief D'Andrea explained to them that they will have the chance to go to JFK Pool in Pottsville after all. The trip is all paid for, and a reserved picnic area will be provided at the pool for the children to eat. Lauren and Frank Vito of Frankie's Pizza on Wyoming Street in Hazleton will also be donating all of the food and drinks for everyone throughout the day.
It's things like this. It's having friends like Pedro and Pina and Lauren, and being able to do good for the community that makes you feel good at the end of the day. So that's what today is all about. It's all about being able to put this together, to get these kids their summer vacation, to plan them a trip. As you can see, that they're very excited to go. And I'm just gracious for the outpouring of support that I have through not only Pedro and Pina and through Lauren Vito and Frankie's Pizza, through the mayor giving me permission, and I can only hope that we can find ways as a community to come together.
12-year-old Nick Rolls still remembers that day and watching the aftermath on television. He tells us that it was a very scary thing for him to see, but is happy all of his friends are okay and got the opportunity to take this field trip to City Hall.
It was fun down here because they had like a K-9, and the K-9, he could go after drugs, so we don't have to worry about that, because if we worry about that, then we'll have more drugs, and we don't want no more drugs and violence.
I think it's great that we got the opportunity to come up here for educational purpose, but also for the big surprise about going back to the pool. Coming here after such a tragic event, the campers get the opportunity to experience the pool again with, as said before, with the big surprise, but also learn what it is that City Hall is all about, what the police do every day, what kind of equipment they may use, and what kind of stuff the fire company uses as well. So it's a great opportunity for our camp.
The trip will take place on August 22nd. In Hazleton for WYLN's Late Edition, I'm Ann Gownley.
Thanks, Ann. Glad to see that everything worked out and the kids are headed to the pool. When we come back, Beth is headed back to the desk with more sports, and Joe will recap your forecast. Stay with us.
Your family's good health begins with a great team. That team is the Alliance Medical Group. We're the first healthcare provider in the greater Hazleton area to offer a fully integrated approach to family and specialized medical care. Our expanding network of more than 30 physicians and specialists are trusted by thousands for routine and complex medical treatments. For a convenient appointment at any of our 15 regional offices, simply call 501-4AMG. Alliance Medical Group. Your health, that's our specialty.
Welcome to Robert Stevens Face and Body, Hazleton's complete skincare center. Here, our licensed specialists will consult with you to discuss your skincare needs, rejuvenate you with our special facial treatments, and apply gentle, relaxing massages to melt your tension away, using all state-of-the-art technical treatments and superior skin products. So call today and let the transformation begin at Robert Stevens Face and Body, 788-7546.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Weatherwood is a privately owned 200-bed nursing and rehabilitation center. Nestled within the quiet town of Weatherly, PA, we offer our residents and their families tranquil and scenic views from just about anywhere in the building. We are located within minutes of Hazleton General Hospital, as well as major metropolitan medical and trauma centers in the Lehigh Valley. Whispering Meadows is a 50-bed secured dementia unit within our facility. Whether you need short-term, long-term, or respite stay, call or stop by today for a tour.
Enjoy the great outdoors at the Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range's Trap, Skeet, and Sporting Clays course. No waiting and no lines. First time shooting? Whitetail Preserve employs certified instructors to help you get the most out of your experience. Hungry? The restaurant at Whitetail has a great menu to satisfy and offers catering for all occasions. Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, approximately 13 miles west of Hazleton and just 1 hour from Allentown, Reading, and the Delaware Water Gap. 118 Boulevard Road, just off the Rockland Road near Rockland. 384-2314.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. You'll meet Tracy Earhart, a phys ed teacher who went through a lot of pain and a lot of different treatments, but now she's back in the game thanks to good chiropractic care. Her story this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. Join us.
Former Penn State center and Blue Mountain graduate Matt Stankovich has been re-signed by the New England Patriots. The Patriots cut Stankovich last week during training camp after injuring his hamstring. But 2 roster spots recently opened and they asked him to come back. There's no word if Stankovich will be taking the field with the Patriots as they face off with the Eagles in their preseason game set for Friday. Another player for the Philadelphia Eagles has been sidelined after tearing his ACL, wide receiver Aurelius Ben. So now there is 3 on Chip Kelly's team out for the season with knee injuries. Ben was acquired from the Tampa Bay Bucks in March for draft picks. In his 4th pro season, he has 862 yards and 5 career touchdowns. Instead of taking a roster spot with the Dallas Cowboys, guard Brandon Moore has decided to retire. Moore has played his entire decade-long career with the New York Jets, playing 142 out of 144 games. The 33-year-old passed up a possible $2 million year's 1-year contract. The San Francisco Giants also seem to be changing their mind. The team announced they would not pursue a minor league deal with Ted Lilly. A statement by Giants VP and Assistant General Manager Bobby Evans said it was because of Lilly's medical history. The 37-year-old left-handed free agent, who spent a lot of time in the past 2 years on the DL with a bad neck, was designated for assignment in July by the Dodgers and was released then on Sunday. Lifetime, he had 130 wins and 113 losses with a 4.14 ERA. And after breaking his leg during a sprint car race in Iowa, Tony Stewart underwent a successful surgery yesterday. The tibia in Stewart's right leg was repaired, but he remains hospitalized waiting for a second surgery. No date was given for his return. Stewart finished 9th at Pocono this past weekend. Max Pappas will be his substitute driver on Sunday at Watkins Glen. Now let's check out tonight's national scoreboard. In the Eastern League, Game 2 of the series between the Fightin' Phils and the Senators. Moving to the International League, Iron Pigs in Charlotte and Scranton Wilkes-Barre was back in Syracuse. In the majors, the Blue Jays were in Seattle, and it's the Bo Sox and the Astros. Yankees facing off with the Chicago White Sox, Texas, and the Los Angeles Angels. Reds, they are hosting the Oakland A's, and the Phils hoping to get 2 in a row against the Cubs. Cole Ham was on the mound for Philly. Chase Elliott had the night off. The Nats hosted the Braves. Marlins are in Pittsburgh, and the Rockies are facing off with the Mets. It's the Dodgers. They are in St. Louis. Chris Archer will be on the hill for the Rays as they face the D-backs, and it's the Brewers in San Fran. Madison Bumgarner gets the ball for those Giants. Joe G's coming back right after the break.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer-dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, and outside grill and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
WYLN, your first choice for locally produced shows like Chef Lou, Jen-tastic Sweets, Off the Beaten Path, The Storm, and more. Find out how you can stretch your advertising dollars and be a part of the WYLN TV lineup. Call 570-459-1869, extension 1302. WYLN, we're your local network.
Hi, I'm Liz Tolan. I'd like to invite you to the first annual COPS event. It's taking place on September 21st right here at the Butler Township Community Center. This event, brought to you by WYLN 35 in Hazleton, the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance, and other area sponsors, will consist of a 5K run, 5K walk, kids fun run, open air concert, free cookout for the community, crafters, tricky trays, and so much more. Proceeds from this event will go to benefit 4 area police departments. When you call these men and the men and women they serve with, they're going to be there for you. Won't you take one day out of your busy schedule and be there for them?
Well, we're sitting in the upper 60s outside our station in Hazleton. Humidity at 100%. Some areas of fog out there, some drizzle, even some locally heavy downpours across parts of our area. But we've only picked up 0.03 of an inch of precipitation since 12 o'clock midnight. Now, Live 35 Skycast Doppler statewide. You can see that bands of heavier rain now making their way into the eastern parts of Pennsylvania, especially as you go towards south and east. Parts of Schuylkill County and Carbon and Monroe counties getting hit hard in many areas with some of that heavier rain. You see the yellows and oranges indicating the heavier rain that's falling. Even a few flashes of lightning and some rumbles of thunder. So a few thunderstorms embedded within some of this rain. But behind it, you can see not a whole lot going on. And even though there's nothing showing up all in through this area here, does not necessarily mean nothing's going on. There's drizzles, there's some areas of fog, some light rain that is just too light to be depicted by radar. Temperature-wise right now, 66 in Mount Pocono, 72 at Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport, 72 in Williamsport, 68 in Selinsgrove, and 64 in State College. Up in the Wyoming Valley area, from Nanticoke to Wilkes-Barre, Kingston, and Lehman, temperatures in the upper 60s, lower 70s. Now, there was some very nasty storms out in southwestern Pennsylvania. As a result, the Weather Service out there posted that severe thunderstorm watch box, the yellow one you see here, but as they made their way toward the east, they started to weaken, but still packing a pretty good punch in terms of rainfall and some lightning and some thunder associated with some of those, but they make their way toward the east. A little bit of some clearing as you head further out toward the west, but as we go into tomorrow, as we go into our Friday, some more showers, some more thunderstorms out there, can't be ruled out, some drizzle, some areas of fog, and some cool temperatures below where we should be for this time of year. And by this weekend, we'll start to dry out. We'll see a mix of clouds and sunshine, but temperatures are still going to be throughout the next several days, much of the time below where we should be for this time of year. And finally, the front clears through, but before that, some locally heavy downpours, cool temperatures over the next several days, right through next week. No signs of any type of big-time heat or significant humidity in the forecast. Extended forecast brought to you by the Wire Guys, a division of Arc Electric. Looking pretty nice as we go into our Saturday and Sunday and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Temperatures in the 70s. The warmest will be on Saturday, 82 here in higher elevations. Elsewhere, temperatures should be in the mid to upper 80s. But other than that, temperatures will remain below where we should be for this time of year. Look at those overnight lows, some of those lower 50s.
Definitely seems more like fall. And on Saturday it is going to be nice weather, but it's going to be the night for the Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling. Michael Cercelli is going with free tickets that he won here tonight. And if you didn't win and you'd like to, tomorrow at 5 o'clock on Topic A, LA has another pair of tickets to give away to another lucky viewer. So tune in then. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow night, live at 10. Take care.